Better hurry, spark it up with no worries. Harmonious gang with the big bro Yuriy. Hyphy, get lit just like me. Big bossed up, chop it up with Riley. You better come with it to kick rocks, cause you now tuned in to 10 Talks. Now let's get lifted and take a shot. You are now tuned in to 10 Talks.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, everyone?
What's up, everyone? How's it going? I did not even know what shirt I was wearing. I was like, what shirt am I wearing?
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Wearing a Dragon Ball Z
Yeah, I like
shirt.
that shirt. It's comfy.
I know, you usually, this is basically your shirt at this point.
Yeah,
but,
I love that one.
Yo, hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining another episode of 10 Talks. We're here for episode 130.
Woohoo!
The day after Riley's birthday.
And we're feeling it.
Yes, exactly. So, basically, it was Riley's birthday last night, so, you know, we could talk about that, you know, what we did, a couple things, but we ended up getting a little bit too lit, I feel like.
Way too lit.
We came home last night, started watching
Wizard of Oz.
And then next thing you know, I just woke up this morning feeling so shitty. It was so terrible. I was like, oh my god. And then I felt so bad for Riley because I woke up and at first I felt fine, but then within like 5-10 minutes I realized, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like complete, ass right now. And then I realized, I'm like, oh my god, Riley had to go to work this morning. I was like, I hope she's not feeling like I am. I felt so bad.
Yeah, I felt pretty shitty. But once I got there, I was fine. I feel like I'm talking so loud. Once I got there, I was like, fine. I was just so tired. So when I came back home, I was like, I think I'm going to take a nap before the show because I just feel like groggy. I don't know. I'm not even feeling like nauseous or anything. I just feel like super exhausted.
No, yeah, I was feeling nauseous. I was specifically feeling super nauseous all day. At one point, like I said, I just woke up and then I just got super nauseous and I just had to throw up. And then not only that, but it was like coming out of both ends. It was so terrible because I there was like 2 points today in which I kept pooping and throwing up, but like there was one point where I really had to poop, and I also felt super nauseous.
And I was gonna do both at the same time.
And I was like, bro, I'm not doing both at the same time. There's no way.
That's why I get the trash can.
That's gross. I'm not. I had to like. I forgot what I did, but I had to hold back one of them. But I was like, bro, I'm not doing both at the same time. That's extreme. That's super gnarly.
That's crazy.
When you're like, I don't know, when you're throwing up, you kind of like get super sensitive to smells all of a sudden. You're like, it's like eating like hot ramen,
yeah.
and you're like, and then if you're pooping while throwing up, oh my god, ugh, I don't want to experience that. That sounds like the worst thing
Especially
ever.
The hot ass room you like to be in.
What do you mean hot ass room? It's
because
fucking...
you plug your heater in that room, and it could be like a hot ass 90-degree day. Yuri's in there with like the heater on. You step in, and it's fucking.
It sounds weird.
Sauna.
It sounds weird, but like there must be like a main blood vessel around my butthole because every time I'm pooping, my feet get ice cold. And that's why like I need a rug or I need a rug or the heater on or both, preferably. But every time I'm like pooping, like my feet get ice cold and I'm like, fuck, this is freezing. This is terrible. So that's why I turn on the heater. It keeps my feet warm while I poop.
I just always thought that was crazy.
What's funny is the other day, I think I forgot to tell you like a week ago or something like that. It was like during a day where you were at work the whole day, and I woke up in the morning, used the bathroom, turned on the heater, and then I came in here and I started doing shit the whole day. And then like I swear, like 4 or 5 hours later, I finally went back into the bedroom, and I was like, damn. I was like, the whole room felt hot. I was like, what's going on in here? I looked in the bathroom and I left that tiny little heater on. And it like warmed up like the whole room.
I've done that before.
I walked in there and I was like, holy shit, dude. But also, I'm apologies for being a little bit late here, guys. Like I said, we've been kind of dealing with like a rough day here. I don't know exactly like what the remedy is, other than just dealing with
sleeping.
What's like the most annoying thing is like whenever I've been hungover and I'm like with a friend or something like that, they always tell me like, Yuri,
drink a beer.
Yeah, trust me, man. Like I know you don't want to hear it, just drink a beer, it'll help it. So
Same.
It'll help it. And I'm like, I've never ever even tried. I'm like the type of guy who like likes to actually try things, especially if like people saying like, oh, it's a thing, like this actually helps, everyone knows about it. Like I'm curious, I'll be like, all right, let me just experiment. But the idea of drinking a beer this morning sounds like the fucking worst disgusting thing ever.
That's literally the last thing I want to do after throwing up from alcohol is drink more alcohol. No. I literally cringe every time somebody says that.
I think that's like a cure for like severe crazy alcoholism where like, you know, have you heard of people having the shakes where like they drink so often that like once they don't have it, like they're really tripping out. I think that's the person the beer will help, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't see a beer helping nausea. Unless there's a chemical in beer that helps nausea. I don't know, dude. But that shit was fucking gross. Either way, how was your day?
I had a great day.
Really? How was your nap? You were sleeping with beans on the bed all comfy.
Yeah, I just took a little nap ski. I was so tired. I did not want to wake up, but something in my body told me it was like 6:30.
Dude, I'm so glad you did that because, like I said, I was feeling like shitty the whole day today, and I really, like, I felt like I couldn't do anything. And at one point, I was like, I'm gonna hop on Grand Theft Auto for a second, and then it was like 3 o'clock when I hopped on Grand Theft Auto, and then I was telling myself like I will play until 4:30 or 5, and then I'll start getting ready for the podcast. And then Riley came in here like, whoa, like what's going on? What time is it? I look at 6:30, and I was like, bruh, I fucking completely lost track of time, but I feel better though, so that's a great thing.
That's good. I feel like
good.
shit. You
do, or you're just tired probably. Either way, so should we tell them what we did last night?
Sure.
We both went to a new restaurant that neither of us have been to.
Yes. And it was so fire. It was literally like the best dinner.
Dude, that shit was so... Unfortunately, a couple times this morning when I was yakking, I could feel the steak cubes that I was slicing myself last night. I could feel those cubes coming out. So I was like, oh man, like, didn't get to finish digesting that shit. But, whatchamacallit, that shit was so fire. So basically, Riley and I went to Morton's. We've never been there before. Never even heard of it. Actually,
I've heard of it.
Really?
Yes.
From who? From where?
I'm telling you, that's what we got.
Oh,
catered.
Yeah. I swear we got something else, babe. I don't think it was that.
It was.
Whatever. We went to Morton's, and that shit was super fire. The first thing we got was like bacon wrapped scallops. I'm not a scallop fan because honestly, it's just jiggly, and it's like it's almost like eating like pork fat or like, you know, just like any type of fat, but it's like in the shape of a little fucking disc. But I'm not a big fan of the jiggly consistencies. Like I don't like fatty foods. So the scallop shit, it was I'm not gonna lie, it was good, but like I think I enjoyed it more because it was wrapped with bacon. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I couldn't eat it by itself.
It's kind of flavorless.
It is.
Right? It's kind of flavorless.
It's a texture thing, I think.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. I'm not the type of dude to be like, oh, yes, I love jiggly, wiggly textures in my mouth. Gelatinous. There you go. Yeah, we got that. What else? Oh, what was the really good thing we got?
Bacon. No. What is it? Prosciutto wrapped mozzarella.
Prosciutto wrapped mozzarella.
That was so good.
That was, honestly, like... Now that I'm, you know, like I feel like when I was younger, for a long time, I really did not care about food at all. I was like, you know, because I didn't have, you know, experiment enough, I guess, with different foods. But I know for sure, like prosciutto is like one of my favorite fucking things. You could eat that all day, every day. It's so good.
Yeah, I love it too. But I don't know, the way they prepared it was like baked or something.
No, they
it was,
like fried it. Yeah, they fried. It's like basically
so good.
Making bacon, like frying bacon, but using prosciutto instead. It was the best shit ever. It's so fire.
It was like a mozzarella stick, but instead of breading, it was bacon.
I don't even like mozzarella sticks. That prosciutto was just fire enough. But anyways, also, you know what's cool is when Riley and I first got together, there's this Korean barbecue restaurant that I really love going to. It's like my favorite Korean barbecue spot. Every time I've gone there, I learned it from the locals there. There was these like, you know, tables full of Korean, like, you know, Korean businessmen who would always be going there like during lunchtime or some shit. And I noticed they would be doing this thing where they would like all eat, chill. There'll be like, you know, 10, 12 of them. They'll be eating, drink a little beer. And then they all, 10, 12 of them all head outside. And then they're all outside for like 20, 30 minutes smoking cigarettes. And then they all come back inside. They left the table empty. Then they all come back inside and continue eating. So me and my homies like picked up that trend at that Korean barbecue spot where at a certain point you just tell your waiter like, hey, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. Like, is it fine? And they're always just like, you know, it's cool. So we pulled that move with Morton at Morton's, and
with Morton. Yeah, we told Morton himself.
Yeah, we told himself like, yo, we're about to go get faded right now. No, but we told the lady, we're like, yo, we're gonna go take a cigarette break. We'll be back in a second.
She stepped out, smelled that shit.
I know. Eventually, she came outside. She's like, I can't hold your steaks any longer.
We're like, we're coming back, sis.
I should have told her like how long we were gonna take. But anyways, what'd you end up ordering? I forgot.
I had the Cajun steak, and it was literally the best steak I've had at a restaurant.
But what cut of a steak was it?
I think it was a ribeye. I think it was a ribeye.
I think it was ribeye as well.
It was a ribeye.
Damn, did I get ribeye as well? I think
you did too.
I think you got New York. I don't remember.
No.
I remember. Okay, so you got the Cajun. It was fire.
It was the best steak I had. I just said.
Dude, we kind of got in an argument. Not argument, but we were like talking about it last.
Which one was better?
Last night we were like, Riley had her steak and I had my steak, and dude, I got the dry aged ribeye. I don't know, I think it was like 30-day dry aged, and I was like eating it. And I was like fucking like orgasming in my mouth. I was like, bro, this is so fucking fire.
Like that.
And I was telling Riley, I'm like, this, whatever I got here, I was like, is the best shit ever. She's like, nah, whatever I got is the best shit ever. And we were like, I was like, no, I'm telling you, it's the dry age. And then we tried each other's steaks. I did fuck with yours, but I finished mine.
Well, I was
You didn't finish yours. Bro, I didn't care how full I was. That shit was so good, dude.
That's probably why you yacked it. I didn't yak my steak.
Yeah, I overate for sure. And then we came home and ate fucking cake.
Oh yeah, Yuri got me a cake
Oh, yes.
from Porto's, and it had like this zombie hand coming out of it.
You see, like,
I was like, "What the fuck? This is how you think of me?" This green
She's
ass
like,
gross hand, and it says "Happy Birthday." Riley. It was really really cute.
We should show them
I
the
was
hand.
fucking around, but I was just like, "This is funny." Like,
nah, you were legitimately like confused. You're like, why does it have a green
it's
hand?
like a green zombie.
Well, I didn't know it came with the green zombie hand. Basically,
No, it was cute.
I went to Porto's
And it was delicious.
and I was looking at all the cakes, and I swear we've had the conversation before, but at least in my head, like a lot of cakes, dude, like when they do the chocolate thing, they'll overdo it, bro. Like they'll put every fucking ingredient in that shit is fucking chocolate oriented, and then you take one bite and you're like, it's literally like death by chocolate. Like I love chocolate, but that's like, you know, chocolate cakes sometimes are too much. So I was like,
yeah, it's like too rich.
Exactly. I was looking at the cakes to see what to get Riley, and then I see this one, and then I was asking the girl, I was like, yo, like, what's something that's like not too chocolatey? You guys might have like 1 or 2 layers in the cake that's chocolate. And it was between chocolate raspberry something, and then it was that one. But the one I looked at, yeah, it had a hand on it, but I was assuming like that's just like a display thing or whatever. I didn't think you were gonna get the hand too. But the hand is made out of white chocolate.
No, it was
dude.
cool. It was definitely cool. It was, the cake was fucking delicious.
Well, we should post it on Instagram after this, or maybe we could bring it up. No, okay, Riley.
I have a picture of the thing. Oh yeah, we could bring up the hand. But
Riley,
we kind of ate it.
just the back of it.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, Riley, you should post what the hand looks like so that people can go check it out. The hand looks so realistic.
It's like
I'm like
moldy,
and it's white chocolate. It's 100% white chocolate. We were like last night we were tripping out. I was like, Riley's like, I think you can eat it, and you were like biting it so hard. I was like, dude, I think that's plastic. And then it broke. And then I was like, oh, okay, it is edible. But the way you were biting it, I was like, dude, that's not. I thought you were like being too fucked up. I was like, dude, that's not edible for sure.
No, I could tell. I didn't think it was chocolate though. Thought it was gonna be like a Rice Krispie treat.
No,
because that's how they used to do like those types of things on Cake Boss.
With the definition of like the detail on that hand,
Yeah,
there's no
that's
way
true.
they could do that with Rice Krispie.
Did you ever watch Cake Boss?
What, is it like compressed?
That's how
Rice
they used to do
Krispie?
like details, and then they would mold it with chocolate
Oh.
and then paint on top of it.
I don't know. I would expect white chocolate. Maybe it was like a mold of a white chocolate hand.
Well, yeah, that's what it was for sure.
Anyways,
It wasn't hollow.
dude, that steak place, I could eat
That was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that was a 10 out of 10
We've been to a
experience.
couple steak houses now, and I
Yeah.
feel like that was definitely like the best. Even the sides were so good too.
Do you guys want to hear how I came up with the idea of going here? Basically, I've taken Riley, you know, we've gone to many restaurants already, like for your birthdays. We went to 71 Above, we've gone to Giacomo's, or what's it called? Joffrey's.
Giacomo.
we went to, you know, we've gone to like a bunch of different places, but I also like, you know, I don't know every fucking restaurant out there. And then also, if you go on Google and type in best restaurant in LA, it's like you're subject to, you know, who's able to pay the most for the most reviews, who's able to pay for the best slot or whatever it is. It's like really not gonna be an honest, like, you know, what are these restaurants? So I texted Toke And I was like, yo, Toke, what's a really fire steakhouse? And then he like gave me like this one spot, and I was like, can you give me 5 places that Blue Bloods Clan raps about? And then he gave me a list of all these restaurants.
Oh my god.
And out of I searched like 4 of them basically, and out of those 4, Morton's had the highest rating, and also it was not that far of a drive compared to all the other ones. So I was like, all right, we're gonna do that one.
Yeah, Morton's was fire.
But I'm down to try the other ones as well. But I'm not gonna lie, a while ago, I took Riley to what's it called again? Joffrey's, right? Joffrey's in Malibu, and it's cool, I guess, because it's like by the beach, and you're kind of like eating by the beach. But it's LA. It means like it's not Venice Beach, but it's Malibu Beach, which I guess looks nice, but it's not super see-through and nice and like scenic. But I guess it is nice. That restaurant, we got like less stuff and spent way more money, dude. That shit was insane. And then I was like thinking, all right, I was expecting the same thing from Morton's, but it wasn't like the same thing at all. And I was like, bro, like Morton's was way better than fucking Joffrey's. But I don't even remember. I think in Joffrey's that's when they gave me the onion rings with no ranch, and I was like, yo, what?
Probably.
And I was like thrown off already. I was like, why the fuck?
There's a couple things we were like, really?
Yeah, that's the number one like trigger. It's like, how the fuck is any restaurant gonna serve onion rings without ranch? That's the weirdest thing to me. It's like it doesn't. An onion ring exists with ranch, like in unison. They can't
tell that to Carl's Jr. because they made the Western bacon cheeseburger, and that has barbecue sauce and onion rings in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
So some people fuck with it with barbecue sauce.
No, I can't fuck with people that eat onion rings with barbecue sauce. Normal people.
Yeah, I prefer ranch.
No, not weird. Like weird people like it with barbecue sauce. Normal people like it with ranch. Ranch is so much fire. It's a superior thing. And also, how do you make ranch again? Didn't you make it the other day?
Mm-hmm.
How do you make it?
Mayo, buttermilk, and then just ranch seasoning packets. That's how they make it.
You're not. I thought you were making it.
That's how they make it at Wingstop.
I thought you were making it from scratch.
No.
That's.
I make it. It tastes better though than the bottle.
I guess you're right. It is.
That's
good.
how they make it at Wingstop.
But whenever you tell me I'm making ranch, I always envision that like you're downstairs fucking
churning butter,
chopping. I didn't know it needed butter, but like I thought you were like, making everything from scratch. I guess
I should.
It's just a seasoned
I want
packings.
to with dill and stuff.
With dill? Well, you'd have to make the mayo too, which is way easier, right? Just oil and egg.
Yeah, I don't even know how to make.
And just mix that shit together. Also, guys, since we kind of had this like rough start this morning today, we kind of don't have any topics here. But also, I did notice like the 1 or 2 people, did say like, oh, I don't really like it when you guys have the topics because it doesn't seem as fluid. Like I like when you guys just go off the head. You know what I mean? Compared to just doing the topics. But I feel like the topics help for sure. But going off the head can be beneficial as well. But then we could just be like, I don't know what to say, at any moment.
Yeah. Like right now.
Anyways.
I'm trying to think what else. Creepy hand cake.
What else did we do this week? Oh, I did the fucking, the stream with 5 guys.
Yeah. How was that?
That shit was interesting as hell. So, huge shout to Kev. Huge shout to Blake Rozier, Burger Planet, and Jojo Sal. Shout out to all of them. Basically that day I went to go do the IRL stream in Hollywood, and I ended up linking up with like 4 other IRL streamers. The plan was to go link up with Kev and do an IRL stream together, and then Kev said, oh, Blake's gonna come along as well. So like I was like, all right, for sure, that'll be fine, the 3 of us. And then we ran into Burger Planet and Jojo Sal. Next thing you know, it was 5 of us streaming together. But
did they know that they were gonna see them too, or you guys just ran into them? No, I think we just
Hollywood? I think we just ran into them in Hollywood. Like, there's a lot of streamers that will just walk up and down Hollywood, so I feel like it's a popular place to run into other streamers. But I've never been a part of a situation like that, and it was definitely interesting. And it was kind of like, I don't know, like we caught a lot of attention. Everyone's like staring at us because we just seem.
I felt so bad when I changed it to Harry Potter, and then I went outside to go walk beans. I didn't take my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I came back and I like hear you from the computer and you're like, oh my God, change it back, please. Like freaking out. I was like, oh, fuck.
It's so funny. Like, I'm like, I really feel like I subject myself to way crazier shit than anyone else is willing to, because when I was going inside the stores, my TTS is going off. Like, yeah, like Kev and like Blake. Well, Kev was like kind of talking to me more about it. Kev was like, bro, that shit's so loud. He's like, I'm not gonna stand inside the store. He's like, I'm gonna stand outside. Like, I don't want to be next to that shit. Like, he was kind of like, you know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, being more like caring, I guess, for annoying random people, where I guess I'm like more used to it. I'm just like, here we go, you know, here we go again with the 7s or something like that. That was the number one thing that was starting to bug, though, is the 7s and the W's. I feel like it's not even
That was
funny
like in the
anymore.
beginning of the stream though, right?
Yeah. But anyways, that whole streaming experience was definitely interesting. I've never done anything like that, where it's like a whole bunch of people streaming together, but also...
Do you feel like that's like good or...
Okay, you see, here's my opinion on it.
Because it kind of is like...
I feel like when I was watching Ice's old streams, right?
It depends on who you're doing it with.
I was gonna say, depends on who you're doing it with. Where like I feel like during that stream, it was getting a little bit strange because I was trying to interact with everyone around me. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like everyone is like a little bit more focused on their own streams, which like, you know, you have to like read your chat and be focused on your stream as well. But if we're all together already, we might as well be communicating with one another and do something together. Where it kind of felt like we were just together, but we weren't even talking to each other, you know, type thing. But I remember like the old CX like ice streams, like there would be 5-6 people all together in one room, but they're not, you know, at some points, yeah, you have to like interact and engage and like and reply to a donation or something like that. But usually they'll just have the camera on, just almost like as an alternative angle, and everyone's like doing something, you know, and then you can choose to switch between streams on like whose angle you want to watch at that moment. Or if this dude's like, hey, I'm gonna go do this real quick, like I don't know, like I feel like it takes practice, and then also I feel like it just takes an idea. Where that day Kev hit me up, he's like, oh, let's go you know, stream the Boulevard. I was like, do we have any plans here? He's like, not really, just planning on like walking around. And that's like the biggest thing that I always try to avoid is especially on Holiday Boulevard, is just walking around with no plan. You know, like if I go there, it's gonna be like interviewing people on the street or some sort of stream idea. It's like I really wouldn't I don't want to spend too much time on Holiday Boulevard just walking around aimlessly.
Right.
Because it's like so many people have done it. Mainly, that's the thing. There's probably like thousands and thousands of live streamed hours on the Boulevard. You know,
there's so many other places around.
Not really though.
You could, but you just don't like you just have to kind of go explore.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, I don't know, like Long Beach or something.
Well, the
Anaheim, like that area too, like Orange County or whatever.
That's true. Okay, no, here's kind of what I was thinking recently is Kev wants to link up and do like a big stream together, right? And one stream idea I've had is doing a 2-person stream challenge, where I got inspired because I was watching these parkour vloggers, and basically they had like one group of vloggers was one team and one group of vloggers was the other team, and both vloggers were filming themselves the whole time, but they both had the same 10 challenges, and they had to like split ways and complete the challenges, you know, whoever finishes them faster type shit. So I was thinking it would be cool if, for example, me and Kev, we were both streaming. He's streaming on Twitch, I stream on YouTube because that's where he streams, and then we have 10 challenges. We can't use Uber. We can only use like public transportation, like a bus or a bike or a Lime scooter or something like that, and then we have like 10 challenges to accomplish within LA. And like I feel like
That's a good idea.
Just off the top of my head, imagine you gotta be able to like go inside a stranger's house.
You gotta be careful with that kind of shit.
Like be on Hollywood Boulevard, be like, hey dude, I'm doing a stream challenge right now. Like one of my challenges is I need to go in a stranger's house. You mind if I come?
They're gonna be like, what the fuck? Or they're gonna be like, yes, come in, child.
That's what would make it hard, child. That's what would make the challenge hard, you know?
Yeah. But that is a good idea. I think that's where the 2 people at once streaming works. I was gonna say like it worked when you did the gulag and Potlord was streaming downstairs and you
Vel was streaming downstairs.
Yeah, and Vel did it downstairs as well.
Yeah.
Well, they had this going on upstairs too, but it's like when you guys are just all standing in a circle, just like That's when it's like awkward.
That was when it got really awkward, when we were all standing in a circle,
Just
all
pointing.
pointing the camera at each other. I was like, bro, this is so weird right now. But it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm doing the exact same shit they're doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and they're doing the exact same shit I'm doing. Like, we're all just live there. I don't know. It's so weird. I feel like
But no, that's good. That those ideas are good. Like the one that you just said is a good idea to do with two people live at once.
yeah, exactly. Because you get to like jump between streams.
Two
see,
different
like,
challenges.
how many?
How's he doing?
Yeah,
and
how-
how's he doing?
Exactly. But I would have to think of more random stuff to do. One of the ideas I liked that they did in the parkour video was find a random person who can backflip.
Mm.
I feel like that might not be too hard
That's
now
not too
on Hollywood
hard.
Boulevard.
No,
Hey, can you backflip? They'll be like, yeah, $20.
but you could go all around LA. You said right?
Yeah, but like,
There has to be perimeters.
yeah, exactly. What if one of the challenges is like to, what's it called? When you like stick your thumb out on a street and get
Hitchhike?
hitchhike. Like, yeah, what if one of the challenges is to hitchhike from Hollywood Boulevard to Melrose?
Just trying to do that same situation as Ice Poseidon,
What situation?
and when you were in Texas.
I
Stranger's
wanna-
house,
I don't want-
hitchhiking.
Babe, imagine I did that to Patrick. Imagine I was like, Patrick, you want to touch me?
He would have been down.
You just gotta get on the Hollywood Boulevard floor, do 10 push-ups, and lick the floor every time you like go down.
UK Hoover too.
Oh no, UK Hoover, he was I don't know, he was weird, dude. I don't think he'd be willing to do that. That fool was strange. He said I'm trying to buy a huge speaker and throw parties for my house, blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. UK Hoover was so fucking confusing. I was so confused when I was talking to him. Damn, I thought I had fucking topics written down, but I
We
don't.
didn't get anything from the PO box.
Oh yes,
didn't
also
check.
guys, we ended up not going to the PO box because Riley's birthday was yesterday, so we are kind of doing stuff all day yesterday, and then and also the day before that, and then yeah, we ended up just getting way too fucking lit. But highly recommend Morton's.
Yes,
That shit was-
definitely recommend.
Get the 30-day dry aged steak.
Get the Cajun
Nah,
and the mac and cheese. Was
the Cajun is
fire.
like. You see, the 30-day dry aged steak is like they take the steak, they sprinkle it with salt and pepper, and then they cook it, and that's where you get the Cajun is like plastered with fucking seasoning. You know what I mean? Like it just has hella seasoning. You don't even get to taste the meat.
Yeah, you do.
Not really. You just taste hella seasoning. The 30-day, it's like
Yours was really good. I'm
it's
not gonna lie. It was
all
very buttery.
meat and meat juice. That shit was fire.
Meat juice.
Either way, yeah. So I did that whole 5-day stream, and then also Reconnected is finally back in the office.
Yeah, yay.
Yeah, yay! That sounded so convincing, babe.
I forgot.
But did you? See,
I kind of forgot that you guys did 2 weeks without
I
being
know.
there, which is
It-
kind of a long time.
It really was, and like we kind of talked about in Reconnected, we're like, you know, Blasey just didn't really want to say anything at first because, you know, I don't know, he just wanted to let the situation like breathe for a second, and then he was like, all right, this is why we couldn't go back there. But it was
Yeah.
so funny seeing people like immediately speculate negative things, like,
That's how it
oh,
always is.
this must mean this must
Yeah.
mean this, blah blah blah, and it's just like it's so funny, like, and like kind of cringy. When people just like want to immediately speculate the most negative things anytime they hear some shit like that.
Stunna girl said, "Thought you had tea on me. You was drinking piss."
Jesus Christ. Anyways, how do you feel now, babe, that you're 26 years old?
I feel grateful.
You do?
Mhm.
You're not 25 no more.
I know.
It's
I
so...
have no health insurance and no
Oh my
dental
God.
anymore.
That's the biggest L. You know what's crazy is like when Riley and I met each other, I was 25 and you were 22. Isn't that crazy?
I had just turned 22.
Yeah, I just turned 22 and I was 25. Jesus Christ. Isn't that crazy? And now you're old.
Time flies.
No,
I know.
I'm joking. You're
Now
not
I'm
old. You're not that 22-year-old I met 4 years ago.
No, but it was a great birthday. You spoiled me. And I'm happy.
You know what I have to say though, is Riley and I had
I just
to.
got super shaky.
Riley and I went to had to go to the mall and shit. We were like shopping around, and I have to say this. I remember when I was a kid and my mom used to drag me around to fucking stores and shit. There was always a seating section, bro. There was always like 4 to 8 seats available or something like that. But I went with Riley, and damn near every single spot there was no seating section, and I was just like awkwardly standing in front of like clothes, and like girls would try to like look at, and I'd have to move, and I was like, bro, like what the fuck. And then at a certain point, I was like, I don't care if people get annoyed. If like they'll figure it out that we need a seating section here. They'll be like,
Oh my god.
where the fuck are the dudes and the children supposed to sit?
They sit in the middle of the mall where their seats are. There's like couches and shit.
You want me in the middle of the mall?
No.
There are like kind of seating areas in the
That's
middle of
just
the mall,
what
but
people
it's so
do.
awkward, dude. There's like all these people walking around you. You trying to be on your phone?
I hate malls, to be honest.
I
Unless
don't
it's
know.
empty. That was hectic.
It wasn't that
It's
bad.
always busy there.
Yeah, it's always busy there. The only thing that's kind of annoying, I guess, is like the parking situation. But other than that, like I think it's kind of cool. Like, but when you go to girls' stores in particular, they are just the busiest. It's like it's insane. And then also what's like crazy to me, like the shit still works. Where ever since I was a kid, dude, like when my mom would be dragging me to these same stores, and now I'm going with Riley, you always see 50% off, 75% off, blah, 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 blah. Why don't they just put things the actual price instead of trying to like mind trick you into thinking you're getting a discount? You're like, oh, I saved so much money, but the actual cost was $20 the whole time. They just want to say it was 40.
No. Sometimes it's like old stuff that they're trying to get rid of for the new season.
They always have sales though.
Yeah, because they're constantly getting rid of shit.
But when people are going there, they're usually just, everyone's looking at the sales rack. No one's like,
Yeah, because it's cheaper. They don't care if it's the old shit.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, how much new shit are they really selling?
Not as much. That's why it keeps getting going on clearance.
Every time I go in those stores too,
It's a vicious cycle.
I always kind of think, I'm like, bro, like 80% of the shit's gonna be in a landfill, like just fucking just sitting there frying by, being fried by the sun, like for the next 1,000 years for sure. All these random fucking little hi, live, love, laugh.
I remember when I worked at Victoria's Secret and people like would return like bras or whatever, we would have to cut them. Like even if they were like fine, we'd have to cut them in half and like throw them
Wow.
for like to the landfill or whatever. But I was just like, damn, like all these like brand new ass
Yeah.
bras that are expensive as fuck.
Is it fucked up?
We just cut them up.
But is it fucked up to like give used bras to like people in need?
Yeah, I don't know.
You could spritz with a little Febreze.
Sometimes they were perfectly normal.
Is there a used bra section? Or a used panty section? Oh, that would be weird, dude.
No.
Guys would be in there fucking buying that shit. Oh my
Sniffing.
god, dude. Imagine if they're like, girls, we'll buy your bras and panties back. And it's just all these fucking creepy dudes standing in line like, yeah, can I have 20?
Ew. That'd be sick.
That's actually funny. I didn't think about that. You know they have that in Japan? They have used panty vending machines.
Nice. I did not know that they had that.
I saw that somewhere. That they have like used panty.
I'm sure you did.
Oh my god, really?
I saw that somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, you think I'm looking it up? You think I would ever buy used panties?
I don't know.
You see what goes in my head every time I think about some creepy dude smelling panties or doing something weird with panties? I think about that scene from White Chicks, where he's like,
And he gets caught.
"Oh
Gomez.
yeah," and it's like he's like, "Yo, I just found out they're dudes." He's like, "What?"
He's like, ugh, you really are disgusting.
And also, it's like, dude, girls would be sweating just like guys do. And also probably even worse because you guys were like fucking all this super slim fit shit, like all this tight stuff.
Enough.
Enough.
The slim fit.
And also if you're wearing like a skirt or something like that, that fucking, those panties are raw dogging chairs and shit.
Oh my god, okay.
That's gross.
We get it. You're not a panty sniffer.
No, I really have to prove my point here. But also, yo, guys, to anyone that potentially did want to send us anything to the PO box or has, we're gonna open the stuff next week. Like I said, I'm sorry we were not able to go to the PO box, but our PO box address is in the description. PO box 11535, Burbank 91510. I hope I got that right.
You did.
Either way, so guys, right now I'm kind of having to do like a lot of planning in my head because I thought I was going to Austin, Texas in the beginning of this week after Riley's birthday, but I didn't know that ICE was doing this prison stream. And like the plan was to go out there and like stream with Ice and shit and with Freddie Mercury. But if he's doing this prison stream, he's probably gonna be too busy. And also,
he's doing a prison stream.
yes, he's doing Gulag, another like not Gulag, but like I think another Stanford prison stream.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I already do. That shit's gonna be insane. You already know. And it's gonna be in Texas. There might be guns involved.
Oh my god.
I don't know, but
Knowing him.
basically all I'm saying is like I might end up not going to Texas. I'm not exactly sure, but this next week, starting probably starting tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm gonna be doing like a bunch of different IRL streams that I just want to execute. And then also shout out to people like Kev, Ricky, and other people who've been hitting me up saying like, bro, like they're really down and trying to do like some big stream ideas. And dude, like I'm like shocked. Like Ricky really says like he's down to do a Gulag and stuff like that. So that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. And all these new streaming friends.
Imagine, because Ricky has this like super positive like attitude, and then also when he hears the W's and sevens, he like thinks it's so funny. Imagine we did like a breaking Ricky stream.
Don't do that. That's already asking for it.
Like he's not able to leave the stream until a crash out.
Oh, no.
Only way to leave the room is to crash out.
Don't do that to
No, I'm
that poor
joking.
Australian man.
I'm kidding. Either way. Oh yeah, but guys, if you have any stream ideas that like IRL stream ideas or stream ideas that involve multiple people, let me know in the comments section or in the Discord, because I'm definitely trying to do a bunch of more shit. One idea that I really want to do, but no one's fucking down to do this with me. I feel like it'd be so funny. Okay, let's say 5-hour stream, right? 5-hour hotbox stream, 4 people in a car.
Jeez.
There's you can bring as much water as you want, but we all get one water bottle that we have to finish within at least 30 minutes. And one of the water bottles is going to be spiked with a laxative. So no, we don't know who it is.
What?
So like we all like just are chilling, smoking, kicking it. And then one of us is going to be like, oh man, like my stomach doesn't feel too good. I think it's me, and it's actually not me. It's actually you. And then you fucking try to sneak a little fart and fucking end up sharding yourself. Like, I don't know. It'll be funny.
Okay, that's crazy.
Either all of us do a laxative or one of us gets secretly spiked with a laxative, and we don't know who.
Whose car?
Yours.
Nobody's shitting in my car.
I'll put bags down, babe.
Fucking no.
But I feel like that'd be super funny. I was telling Kev, because we're shooting a stream ideas off one another, I was like telling him, what if we did 24 or 48 hours in a car? He asked the common question of obvious question of how are we gonna use the bathroom. I was saying we just get like a piss jug and keep it in the back seat. We spend all of our time in the car. We have to use the bathroom. We go to the back seat. But he said like you can't. What about poop? You could technically hold your poop for 48 hours or 24. But also if you really had to, pull a lush.
Oh, hell no.
Grab a bag. Grab a bag and some wet towels.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
No, that would be so bad. No, but that is one stream idea that I feel like would be funny, to spend like 24 or 48 hours in a car. And I'm just like driving around from area to area. I'm not going to Fig.
Okay.
Because I know that's what they would say as soon as I hopped in the car. Go to Fig. Go to Fig. No. I'm not. There's no reason. And I can't even show what's on the street there. You know what's crazy is I showed Riley this video of this kid walking home from school, and it's this probably like 8 to 10-year-old boy who's like walking home from school, and he's like walking next to this prostitute who's like on like lingerie or like underwear basically, and he's like looking up at her, like talking to her. Remember I showed you that video?
I don't remember.
And it's like this kid just trying to talk to this fucking prostitute on the street, and like it made me realize, I'm like, dude, like it's so public and open, like kids are just walking home past this shit, It's funny and all, but then also it is kind of like fucked up. Like they're basically naked on the street. There's no way I could stream that, or I would want to either.
Shut up. You're stupid.
Either way, October's finally almost over as well.
No.
When is Halloween? Tomorrow?
No. Tuesday.
What's the plan?
I don't know.
Should we do we gotta do a Halloween stream of some sort. What should we do? We can't go trick-or-treating, or can we?
Fuck no.
Why not? What's the age limit?
We're way too old. That is weird.
We were just watching what were we watching the other day? That's So Raven.
That's with his son.
No, he went by himself with his wife.
That was a TV show.
His son didn't want to go with him, and then his wife was like, "Hey, don't waste a good costume. Let's go."
Okay, but they were just obviously on a TV show.
That'd be funny though. If we go trick or treating, I'm like, "Hey, trick or treat."
Hey, trick or treat. Oh,
Hey, sir, ma'am.
what should we do?
I could tell him I'm standing on stilts, It's like I'm actually 7, and I walk like this. Or you know what would be really funny? Me and my sister's actually done this before a long time ago. Obviously not on stream or video. We were just fucking around being trolls. But what if on November 1st or November 2nd, we go trick or treating, and every house we knock on, we're like in a costume and shit. Like they're like, "What's going on?" And we're like, "Oh, we got like stuck in hella traffic and like missed Halloween."
But was that what you guys would say?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
We actually did that. We were like, we got I forgot what they said. They said like we got stuck in something, we missed it, but we don't want to like miss Halloween. Like we're basically like a day.
Wait, that's such a cute memory.
We would basically say like we're like a day late. Is that true? And see if that works.
Funny.
But go trick or treating like a day.
What did they do? They just laughed.
Yeah, some people would laugh. Some people actually have candy left over.
Aww.
And be like, "Yo, here you go." But that would be funny to do on stream. Go trick or treat and be like, "Yo, I'm sorry. Like we got stuck in the mountains."
Bro, they're literally like, "Get the fuck out of my."
Especially if you're streaming it.
26 and 30 or 30s. Or
That's a good
40
vlog
old.
idea. I gotta tell Brian Arnett. He'll probably do that shit.
Yeah.
That's a really good vlog idea. Is like you just secretly film someone, your homie going like, "Hey, trick or treat." My bad. My car broke down in a Big Bear, and I was trying to make my way down here. I don't know. Either way, a bunch of random stupid stream ideas. You have anything you want to bring up, babe?
Not really.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Okay, Riley's saying that she wants me to re-dye her hair.
Well, yeah, refresh it.
Is that something I could do on stream?
Yeah, but I don't want you to be like fucking around.
I'm not gonna be fucking around. It's like, and also like, how hard could it possibly be? Just add some bleach to it, and it's also not like, oh, sorry, I just hit you in the face. It's not like your whole head. It's like just a little strip, right?
Yeah, but I want the other part dyed too.
What do you mean?
With a darker color.
Oh, the other half as well? Well, you could do that part, right? Or no?
I'm gonna need your help to get it like perfectly.
Whatever. That's potentially a stream idea, guys. I'm gonna re-dye Riley's hair, but then also, when are you gonna do my eyelashes?
You want me to do your lashes?
I don't want you to do my eyelashes, but it's a stream idea that you've been, we've talked about before.
But it would be a boring stream.
Not really. How long would it take? 2 hours?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 hours.
You see, I don't know. Like, it would be a thing.
And
where,
I don't
like,
want you talking because it's gonna mess me up.
Well, that's the thing is like you'd have to do it while TTS is going like, don't fuck up, you fucked up. I see the glue drying. You used the wrong glue. I don't know. Shit like that.
I feel like that might be boring. But we could
potentially, if it really does take that long. But also, like, what would I do with my eyelashes after? I think like Omega.
We could get remover.
Oh, I know, but I can go on Omegle immediately after.
Oh yeah. You should go out IRL.
I can go on Omegle and like just put on like a really tight hoodie and like tie it around and be like,
We could get you a wig.
I'm a little tired.
We could get you an
I don't know.
wig. I'm a little tired.
I don't know about doing the fucking what's it called? What's that called?
Trapping?
Well, yeah, it is trapping, but when you pretend to be prettier than you are. Catfishing. Yeah, I don't know. Like I've already done so much catfishing shit on Omegle that I feel like it gets kind of weird. Yo, you know what else is crazy? I want to talk about this as well. Is I forgot what channel was dropped on. Was it the community channel or back on Fig? But basically, AD, Duno, Gina, Worm, Six, and a couple other people as well. I don't know.
Cool. I think Barbie.
I don't remember exactly everyone who went, but they all went to 17th Door that Riley and I have gone to 3 times already. And we didn't go this year, unfortunately. We didn't go last year either, unfortunately, but
there's still time to go.
That's true. Maybe we should do it. But dude, I'm kind of glad they did that.
Me too. It was a good vlog.
Yeah, it was really funny.
And it showed us what's going down there now. It's huge. They moved locations and like
it's way different.
They have like a whole reality show thing that they've been filming, and Yuri and I watched like one of their episodes where they were constructing the rooms, and it was crazy.
That place is it already was like really big, but now it's like even larger and shit like that. The old 17th door used to be basically in the back of a 99 cents. There was like a giant 99 cents. It was like a Korean barbecue spot that smelled really good. And then there was a giant line that went to the back of the 99 cents, and there was the original 17th door. And we've talked about it before. We're like,
so many times.
Yeah, so many times. We're right. We went with Vel, we went with Lucha, and when we went with Vel, it was like one of the worst times where we went with them twice, right? But one of the times we
only went twice.
Oh, really?
We only went with Vel, and then we went with Lucha.
No, I thought we went.
Oh yeah, and my sister.
Yes,
well,
exactly.
No, that was with Lucha.
That was?
With Lucha
oh, okay.
too.
But the time we went with Vel was like probably the worst experience, as in like it was fun with Vel, but at the last door, the 17th door we talked about this before. It was like a tight tunnel that you're supposed to crawl through, and then they close the tunnel on both ends, and then the tunnel starts submerging underwater while the top of the tunnel is compressing you, so it kind of basically drowns you. You get completely covered in water and shit. It was crazy. Like we were all screaming, "Mercy, help us!" and like nothing fucking helped. But it's like so interesting seeing people subject themselves to that shit, because it really brings out like a whole other side to you that you're not gonna see, you know.
The whole time you're like, and your heart's like racing, the adrenaline's like pumping, because they're like moving you out in and out so fast of these rooms, and like you can't have time to like even like think about it,
understand what's happening sometimes. Yeah.
And then you're just like, what the fuck is this one gonna be? Because the last one was fucking scary.
They always change it up too. There's like some rooms that they are new, some rooms like they'll switch depending on like what year it's is happening, whatever it is. Like we went one with the water room, one where it was like a bunch of tight tunnels.
Yeah, it was like the tunnels kept getting smaller as you,
and it was too dark to see where you're going. And Riley and I got lost. Like I lost Riley at one point. I was by myself, like freaking out and shit. But one of the rooms that they have like that's a reoccurring room is the bug room, where you walk in, there's these cockroaches and all these other little insects and shit, and they will be holding like dead insects in front of you, and they'll even be throwing live insects on you and even dead insects on you. We went with Riley's sister, and Riley's sister said that when she came home, she had dead bugs in her hair.
She had in her hoodie. She had like a cockroach in her hoodie.
And I was like thinking, it'll be fun. Like I wonder if anyone there like went home like and checked their clothes when they got home, was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Gina did not seem like she was fucking with that at all.
I knew
she was like,
would hate it.
She's like, I'm never fucking doing this again.
When I explained it to her about the water room, she was like, what? Like she was tripping. She's like, why would you do that? That's crazy. But they added a new like thing where you could do like a field trip, and they take you in a van and stuff. And
I think that they had that option before.
Yeah, I think they started it last year, but we didn't, or the year before, and we didn't do it though.
Oh, but that shit seemed pretty interesting as well. Where like it's
that
like a whole
fun.
experience.
It felt like a movie.
Because 17th door is like you're in jail, so I guess that thing is like the pre of how you got to jail. Because they're like buying drugs or something like that, and I think they got caught. But no, that shit was really interesting. But what's funny is I remember a long ass time ago, like a year ago or 2 years ago, when we all used to work at that older company, I had brought up this idea, and I was telling everyone about it, and I was showing them videos. Everyone's like, nah, that shit's way too crazy. It is pretty crazy, but like once you get through it, you realize it's pretty fun. You know?
It's like safe enough. I don't know, the one with the latex looks crazy.
That one seemed crazy.
That looks like it's not like it should be a thing. But I thought the drowning one was pretty crazy too.
Guys, I'm not sure if you could see in the video too well or not, but basically there's a room where there's like a giant latex sheet that goes over everyone, and everyone's kind of like standing against this like air hockey table that has all these holes in it, and it starts sucking the air out, and the latex like forms to your face, and you basically can't breathe for like 17 seconds, it says. And Gina said like she had like put her hands like this with her mouth, and she made herself a little air pocket so she could breathe. But you saw Duno?
Yeah, that was so funny.
That shit like molded to Duno's face, and he was like like freaking out. It was so funny.
I was like, bro. I couldn't breathe for them.
And also the last room that they have here, is it's kind of okay. So one of my favorite experiences with 17th door was the last room was like you go inside this like tiny little closet. You could barely even fit in there. And I was not fucking with it because I'm like claustrophobic and I'm always worried like, what if the shit locks and the lock jams? Like the fire department has to break me out. I'm a freak out, like, you know, so I always like kind of freak out on that shit. But anyways, you get in this locker, the locker starts going back. So you start laying down all of a sudden, and then the back of the locker just opens up and you fall into a giant ball pit. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? That shit was super cool. But I guess for their experience, like you walk into a room and it's like they're like celebrate that you just finished the last door, like go for it. And then everyone's like partying, I guess, and then the whole room starts filling up with balls.
I'm not gonna lie, that would freak me out.
I know.
I would be like, I can't breathe.
Cause like, yeah, can you breathe under all those balls?
It's a small room and it's like loud as hell and it's like strobe lights going on.
And there's like 8 people in there as well. But what's funny is like at the end, once like they're done suffocating them, I guess they like the balls start draining out from the bottom. And one of the first people you see is Duno, and he's like, oh, like
he's like swimming out.
Yeah, he's like barely keeping his neck over the balls, and he's just like, oh, bro, that shit was so funny.
That was a good vlog.
You see, that would be such a cool experience, like being in a room that fills. You know what that's like is that
we had that the balloon shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's kind of like that Harry Potter scene. Remember when they go inside the vault and they touch the cup, the golden cup, and then it starts multiplying, and the whole room starts fucking being filled up with cups.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're gonna die and shit.
That's exactly what it was. I was like, oh fuck, it's really getting up there.
That would be sick if they did that. If it was like the Harry Potter room where they're like, don't touch the ball. Someone touches it and like, pop, pop, pop,
I'm
pop,
sure
pop.
that's what they were inspired by.
But either way, go to the 17th door. I would definitely do it. It's a cool experience. I can't believe 6 let them do the 17 in his head. They shaved it in his head, on the side of his head. They tried to do that shit to me. I
don't think I could do the latex one.
They were so nice to 6 about it. Like, I saw the dude going like, oh, is it okay if I do it right here? When I went, the dude's like, it's you. We're gonna shave your head. I was like, no, stop. He's like, you're not go. He's like, you guys aren't moving on to the next door until I shave someone's head. It's your head. I'm like, no. I was like, and at one point I was like, I guess, but then I was like, no, what am I giving up for? I'm like, no, you're not gonna shave. And then finally they like let us go, but he was damn near forcing me to shave my head. Yeah, I was about to do that shit.
That was fun though. I want to try the field trip for sure.
Yeah. You know what's funny too is that remember when we had that experience, it was like a year or 2 ago. The next day, Riley and I went to go get breakfast somewhere, and it was like in Hollywood, and we parked the car like a block or 2 away from the restaurant. Like we're walking towards the restaurant, and up ahead we see another couple, and the dude in the couple has a giant 17 in the back of his head. And then as we walked past them, I was like, yo, did you guys go to the 17th door yesterday? They're like, yeah, we did. We're like, yeah, we did too.
They're like, that was so crazy.
That was such a funny coincidence. But either way, guys, I think we'll be wrapping up the show here at this point. Apologies for, somewhat of a short show here. I'm going to do an after show afterwards. I'm not sure if you'll be down to join for a little bit as well, but yeah, we'll do an after show for a little bit on the same channel as well. And also a huge shout out and thank you to everyone that's joining these streams on the new channel, guys. If you guys can, please, it really helps grow this new channel. Drop a like, drop a comment, and also drop a sub. We're less than 50 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers on this channel. And I know some people might still be asking, like, why are you moving to this new channel? You have so many other channels. Guys, I have Yuriy that I do my IRL streams on and like my normal streams on, and then I have Yuriy 2, or we have Yuriy 2, where 10 Talks will be, Harmonious Hour will be, and all the clips and highlights and all that stuff. It's basically going to be the channel that like I will 100% like make sure to follow all the rules, but the past other channels it's going to take too much effort to get them cleaned up, what I mean, basically to get them remonetized. So that's kind of the goal here. I think it's a good idea. But either way, for everyone that does come through to show support, appreciate you guys so much, man.
We love you.
Also, drop a happy birthday, Riley, in the comment section if you guys can.
Thanks.
That's how we know you guys made it to this point.
Yes.
Drop a happy birthday, Riley. And also have a good rest of your night, guys. And we'll see you guys.
Thank you so much for listening.
Yes, thank you, guys. And we'll see you guys in like 5-10 minutes for the after show. Shout out to everyone. Hold on. We got to do the outro. How could I forget?
Burn, baby, burn.
All right.
I'll bring the creepy hand.
Yes, Riley will bring the hand so we can show you guys that as well. All right, where is it? All right, peace, everyone.
Better hurry, spark it up with no worries. Harmonious gang with the big bro Yuriy, hyphy. Get lit just like me, big bossed up, chop it up with Riley. You better better come with it to kick rocks, cause you now tuned in to 10 Talks. Now let's get lifted and take a shot. You are now tuned in to